Before leaving for my trip, I had a very solid morning and night routine that got my sleep hygiene. I don't know what snapping was gonna do, but it got it really on point, is my point with that. And since returning, I've been struggling a little bit with my sleep, so I really want to show you guys what my optimal routine is. Have to show you what I was doing and what was very effective for me in my life and my schedule, but also to encourage me to continue and get back on my train and saddle up my sleep horse. Especially with my training being the way that it is currently and the intensity of other avenues like school, recovery, peaceful Zen garden of a mind is very important to me. And that starts with making our damn bed. Okay, good morning. Part of the bed making process is taking your midnight, or what has been the past 4 nights, 4 a.m. apple core that you shriveled up next to your bedtime pillow, waiting for the little vitamin tooth fairy to take her pick. Okay, this just goes to show you, I've had midnight apples. Not midnight, it's like 2 in the morning. I wake up routinely like 3 in the morning and I cannot fall back to sleep. And for the past 4 nights, I've just gone and had an apple. I don't know if that's like the right answer for what you're supposed to do, but it makes me fall back asleep. So now what? Half of also why we're making this video, because I'm running out of apples and it's snowing this morning, so I can't go to the store. Every single morning, I start with making my bed and setting the tone for my day. I truly think the way that you leave your room sets your intention for how you treat the rest of your responsibilities. You guys saw my last vlog, I reorganized my room, so I love this little angle here. But to have just a very clean, nice smelling space, I have a nice little mango coconut candle blowing, a calm essential oil, and we move right into the organization there, into organization structurally with my journaling. The perfect morning routine for me, this is just something that is a personal preference for me. It doesn't happen every single day. Of course, whenever I sleep over at my boyfriend's, I don't have my resources with me. But whenever I get the chance, it does mean a lot to me to organize the best that I can. And that usually starts with 3 journals. The night before, actually, so last night, I went through, and this is my kind of schoolwork journal that I have, and I wrote down basically just a dump. I dumped on the page checklist of everything that was on my mind at the time, and I found it incredibly helpful to make a to-do list or a checklist, what have you, the night prior. Waking up the next morning, and in my personal planner, I revisit that checklist and actually write down what is number 1 priority for me for that day. And typically I'm able to knock off maybe 3 or 4 things, and it just goes to show how at nighttime we start to spiral and add, and also it gets me a lot more focused to things that directly require my attention, which help me provide that intention to the degree in which I can do so, and I feel like I'm able to really give the most of myself to what is required of me that day when it's less than. Because 20,000 things, nobody can do that. Multiple hard conversations with myself of what is realistic to accomplish in a day. And at nighttime, I think that also might impact my sleep sometimes if I don't journal before bed, because I just start thinking about all that I gotta do tomorrow. Write it down, get it out of your brain. We can revisit it tomorrow morning, and that's what we're doing. So I have my checklist that I literally made last night in regard to school things that I get to get done today, client things, editing things, reshift into my personal planner. This one is from Papier. After I get my kind of main goo out, I have a personal journal as well. I don't have prompts for this. I just let my brain go. How I'm feeling about particular things, you know, if I'm struggling with certain things, literally anything ever. I don't have prompts. I know I've gotten questions asking for that because I am a journal connoisseur. I think that prompts sometimes, I don't feel like it's like authentically what my brain is. If they're helpful for you, that's fine. But usually when I wake up in the morning, oh, I have thoughts. Oh, I need to put them touched down to paper right now. So while I do all of these things, a pivotal aspect to a perfect morning, okay, we all woke up today, so it's actually like a perfect morning because we all woke up, is morning sunlight. It is snowing currently and I cannot go on my deck. I mean, I guess I could. Maybe this is just showing I'm not about it for real, that polar plunge life. But a great substitution that I have is right here. Sunlight lamp that I got for my seasonal depression that I utilize on mornings where I do not go outside. So while I'm journaling, I just put this on, the highest, because 10,000 wattages. Okay, that light. So then you're gonna tell a campfire story, a scary story. That's literally terrifying. Okay, we're turning it off. Back to ambient, thank you. I will put as many photons as I can while I journal, and that's my little way of making scientifically backed habits like morning sunlight meet me where I'm at. And I think having configurations in that way can help you still feel good in a way that's realistic with your schedule without being super dependent on things that might not always be into your control. If you're living in an area where maybe morning sunlight isn't something that, if you're waking up earlier than when the sun rises. I know when I was merchandising, it was pitch black when I woke up, and especially this time of year, you know, with the hours changing and things like that. Invest invest in a sunlight lamp. I'm not sure directly if it's made a huge impact on my seasonal depression, but it's one of those variables that I would just rather try and not know if it is the make or break kind of moment with that. So I'm gonna put that on while I journal and organize for my morning. A lot of motivation comes down to just not having goals and not being focused on something, and having a checklist gives me a way to organize my day. It really helps me in feeling driven even on days where I'm a little tired, whatever. I have my steps. Your goals give you steps, and that's it. So before we leave our room, I have my affirmation that I read every single morning. This is a pivotal part of my morning routine. It sounds silly. If it is stupid to you, it's because you need to hear it. You don't believe it yet. But once you start to believe it, why would reading a sentence that confirms my beliefs feel silly? That feels empowering. Say it with me now. I am strong, confident, and worthy of all of the success that comes my way. I embrace my vulnerability and my power, knowing that I am constantly growing, learning, and evolving. I am capable of achieving everything I set my mind to, and I do so with grace, compassion, and unwavering dedication. I am a unique and valuable creator, deserving of love, support, and recognition. And today I will lead with that positive intention. And I leave my phone in here as well because I leave it charging, not from my bed. It helps my sleep. It also forces me whenever I set alarms, walk. And it's just a little bit separate, and I like doing as little phone things as I can in the mornings. I will not go on that until breakfast after my skincare, which is up next on the chopping block. I start off with my dental care, and then you're gonna drop it and don't even look at my toothbrush. It's so disgusting. And I accidentally turned it on. Let's calm down, girl. Okay, we're not even there yet. I got this off of Amazon, and I love my little vibrational toothbrush, but it does get me a deeper clean. And then you're gonna foam at the mouth like a rabid dog, but it's fine because at least that means that, I mean, you got that dog in you, so period. So I use the just basic like Colgate or Crest, whatever. I also scrape my tongue, which you need to be doing, and flossing as well. I promise I'm not your dentist saying that. I'm not being sponsored by whatever. And also don't look at my teeth goo because ew. And yes, I do eat it afterwards. I mean, that's the only right answer. And my earrings were unorganized and it was bothering me. But I do love these earrings, by the way, guys. I get them from Every Jewels and they're so cutie, and I've gotten so many compliments about them. And then you're gonna pretend that you're in a club. Whenever I take my mouthwash, I pretend I'm slanging down some whiskey. I'm gonna put I was gonna say platoon, sploon. My dog is barking. You know what I'm talking about when they had those little push through doors and they have the cowboy boots on, but I spit out my mouthwash and then I move on to my skincare. I use this CeraVe, and then for the actual like products, I go in with my Snail Mucin. I don't really know what this stuff is, but I pat it into my skin and your neck because your neck ages the exact same way. This is my dermatologist stuff that's kind of going really old, but I do have a backup and I'm really proud of myself for that. And that only goes eye down. And this is my sus cream because, I mean, okay, the clips speak for themselves. Don't be a freak. Don't be a freak, okay? But we just put it on because it's really moisturizing. I love this brand so much, and it makes my skin feel like glass. So amazing. And then I clean up my piercings because I got my rook pierced for my birthday. So this is kind of the little thing that the piercer gave me that you kind of look at your goo. I always think it's kind of satisfying whenever it hurts, but like in a satisfying way when you see your crusties on there. Sorry to like subject you to that, but I think it's kind of fun and gross, and you knew better than that than to expect anything differently on this channel at this point. And then for my main moisturizer, I use the CeraVe moisturizing cream. Again, you get that up on your neck, on your hands. I go in with my Aquaphor as well because, I mean, I'm a dry, crusty little crustacean crab. So I kind of pat that into my skin. I put that on my hands as well, and I use my little gua sha. I think I got this off Amazon a while ago. Really, I imagine like it's not pulling, like a massage roller, like for your muscles, of just getting that lymphatic drainage up and down your neck. It's so relaxing. It feels so good. You hold so much more tension in your face than you think you do. I'm not trying to be accusatory, but maybe I am. It feels really, really good. I don't know if it actually does anything, but I don't know. I wear my sunscreen every single day. This is the one that I use. Just anything that's cheap. Anything cheap and on sale, I put it on my hands. And then, of course, but wait, there's more. You got to get your eyebrows, okay? I love my eyebrows. They're my one non-negotiable, if you will. I use the e.l.f. pencil. Honestly, the color changes every single time I just guess. And then I use whatever perfume is sitting on my counter, and this one is from 4th grade, and I'm not exaggerating. I don't even think they make that anymore. But we're a sugar plum dream, and we smell good, so that's it. And that is my beloved skincare routine that I get many questions about, and you're going to end with some positive affirmations because you deserve to believe it, I promise you. Something about a nice clean kitchen always really helps me feel a lot more calm and zen in the mornings. So I unload my dishwasher first thing every single morning. I love just putting my little dishes away, feeling organized, and also after you cook breakfast to have it already unloaded. So helpful because then you can just put it in there and it doesn't stack up, and that helps you futuristically throughout the rest of your day, not shit pile up in the fridge or in the sink. I have yet to be on my phone in the morning, but while I unload the dishwasher and kind of get things ready for breakfast, I do like to play some music in the background. It makes me feel like I'm in my own little movie. Really, really cute. So just to go on Spotify, I looked up massage music, and I'm currently listening to a playlist that's by MNM. Has 5,000 saves, massage music that's not boring. So I'm gonna put this on in the background while we unload the dishwasher. Romanticize your life, it's the only one you get. Okay, that's quite loud. Depending on the vibe, sometimes I will do like Spanish music or Italian music. I love Italian music for when I'm actually cooking. I like to start it slow and controlled and enjoy the little monotonous tasks throughout the day of like unloading your dishwasher. This is such a fun, cute thing I get to do. And I remember learning in the Modern Wisdom podcast, this little thing of like, what can I do to make this experience 10% better? And asking yourself throughout the day, can I make this 10% better? And music makes everything 10% better. And you can pick your genre. I would probably recommend not doing something like rap first thing in the morning. There's no words. That's also very helpful. It has to be some kind of instrumental, I found. I guess it doesn't really matter. Filling the water in your Keurig, you know, putting butter in the butter holder to sit out because we cleaned that last night. I'm opening the shift to my day, which helps me take precautions like that a little bit more seriously, and I think it's really worth investing into. I don't have some specific non-negotiable when it comes to my routine. My non-negotiable is having a routine, period. It doesn't need to be in the exact same things. Whenever I go over to my boyfriend's house, like, yeah, I don't have all of my skincare there, or I don't have my journals there. But even when I wake up then, I still say my positive affirmations to myself. I'm still calm. I still take deep breaths, and I still set intentions about where I would like to get my energy, and that's not with my phone first thing in the morning. It's listening to very peaceful and uplifting music if I decide to vibrationally be impacted, and it's by drinking a lot of water. Got my gong filled up. We got our first little thing. We're going to start some breakfast, and I will cook in my solitude with myself unless I'm filming my breakfast for like a what I eat in a day for my TikTok. I don't go on my phone, and I don't care if you're gonna be someone who says, oh, well, I can go on my phone and I'm not impacted. You are. It makes a very big difference. I'm not starting other people's day before I even start my own. Whatever is happening in there is gonna be happening in there when I get to it. It doesn't need to be right now and on my own terms. I am in control of that, and it does make a huge difference on how you feel. I'm sure you guessed it was coming, but a high protein, whole food focused breakfast when it's applicable, and it is applicable this beautiful morning. I'm so grateful. So I have 2 eggs with some white spinach. My sweet potato was a little bit smaller, so I paired it with some strawberries that we had going bad in the fridge, and this is so nutrient dense. It supports all of my goals from carbs, fats, protein, micronutrients, vitamins. It's just beautiful. It's gorgeous. I cannot wait to eat this. I will eat this again, not on my phone. I just checked TikTok, guys. It's the 19th today, and I was expecting that it wasn't gonna actually be banned. It's banned. Like I can't go on it. So I'm gonna eat this in my solitude, but sometimes I would like be filming a video. So I'm filming this video. This is my substitution. OMG, what? I have not had coffee yet this morning. I will make that after I eat breakfast. I think delaying my caffeine intake has a huge impact on my anxiety and my productivity for the day. It's just a personal preference. Don't shoot the messenger if you're like, I need my coffee first thing. Just try delaying it as much as you can. Just try, even if that's like 30 minutes. I usually wait about an hour, hour and a half. That's what a lot of science also suggests with that too. It doesn't need to be that deep. Sometimes at NYX, I'll have a black coffee first thing in the morning. Yep, I'm not perfect. Okay, this is a preference. It's a preference. Cheers to that. It has been a full day. I always think of the Hunger Games whenever I think of the word commence. But now we can commence our evening routine and start to wrap things up a little bit with, I think is arguably my favorite part. I've always said that I'm a morning girly, and I definitely am, but something about just closing off your day makes you feel so relaxed and calm. It's so relaxing and calming. Hey, duh. I am a personal night showerer. I don't know if everybody is very like polarized with what is better or not. I personally like ending my day with just a warm shower where I'm really using some fun scrubs. I have my pistachio scrub in there. And since I know that I'm about to go and take a nice warm shower, while that happens, one thing that's been proven is having a cool room. And so it literally snowed today, but I open my window before I shower. The netted thing on there, so it's like a safe, you know, moment, whatever. But I let cool air pool into my room while I do my external things. We just had dinner, so like after dinner, I'll come upstairs, let my room get really, really cold because my mom keeps it at like 69-ish, which is, I guess, cooler. I like cold. Oh, I need to sleep in like a 60-degree room. So we have 2 fans that we're gonna put on, but that's like when I'm actually going to sleep. From now, while I'm just gonna shower, I'm gonna open up my window here and just let some cool air get into the room, really bring down the temperature because you sleep the best that way. And I'm going to set out some comfy, cozy PJs for when we get back from our shower. I do sleep naked, and that's just a personal preference. There's no research. Maybe there is research on that. I have no idea. I get very hot when I sleep, and I just like something about the texture of my comforter with closed, no. And listen, if you're gonna comment something, oh, what if something happens and you need to go run outside really quick, then I will be streaking. Then it will be a nude fest, population me. So I have some black sweatpants that are NYX, and then we're gonna just do like, I think a big t-shirt is kind of the vibe. We'll just do this with my marathon t-shirt. This is my PJ set. Does it have to match? No. But just something about having it sitting out. It's the intention, it's the thought that counts, and it's very cute and kind to myself. Thank you, Haley. You're going to feel so good when you get all shaven up and then throw on those sweatpants. Oh my God, I'm so excited. I'm going to relight my candle once more. I'm almost out of this candle. I used to be somebody who would find really cute ones and then never light them. Don't wait for a good day to use things to have a good day. And that quote really means a lot to me because I love this candle so much, and I don't get to experience it if I just love it from afar with some white wicks. Get them lit, get it going, get some aromas. We're gonna have some nice, cool, or aromatic masterpiece when we get back from showering, and I am feeling so disgusting. And if you're wondering and like trying to put some context clues together, oh, Haley, like, did you work out in that today? I did, and I'm still in it. And it's evening and I worked out before noon. That detail, we're leaving that out of the morning and night routine. Don't marinate like a pork tenderloin, okay? I'll do it for you. I'm gonna be using this Aurora Nights Tree Hut Scrub it smells so good. One of my bucket list, like before I go kind of moments, is to see the Northern Lights. I don't know the best spot. I think you can actually see some from Alaska, but I would wanna go to like Greenland or something like that. I think it'll be the coolest trip ever. We're just gonna pin this down because I'm not washing it. I'm not washing it tonight. I'll probably sleep in it with it in braids. TBH. I think that's only gonna hold down one side. So this is what, I don't know if y'all were clicking on this to get a hair care routine, but this is what it's looking like. But we're just taking a full body moment. I'm so excited. I think I'm gonna lather up afterwards with some of the Sol de Janeiro because this is also like a pistachio. I like to stack my scents, and I got this for Christmas. I have some body oils here. This is like a vanilla bean one. I think a vanilla pistachio. That's the same palette, I think. I'm not quite, uh-oh, notes of cotton candy. See, that's not gonna match. Maybe it will. My favorite is the purple one of this. It is a very vanilla-y scent. My sister got me this sparkling amber one. I think I might stick to the Bum Bum. I don't know, because this is like, I use a lot of lotion, so I might just, glamorous and addictive, period. So I don't know, but we're gonna be using a bunch of different lotions. It came in this cute little thing for Christmas. I might even use some of the shower cream gel as well to really match my scent. I think I'm gonna do that. That brings me delight, and that makes me excited. So I'm gonna follow my path. I get some hot water on your muscles. It was quads today. They need it. My calves are separating from my body as we speak. So let's go take a shower. Would anybody else like a cup of tea? Sure. Vermont maple ginger, honey vanilla chamomile for like nighttime caffeine free, because I've been using this kind. It's just pure chamomile. It's fine. It doesn't really taste like anything. I guess that's not the point, but Vermont maple ginger sounds very interesting to me. I think I'm gonna have that one. We're gonna double bag. Which one do you want, Mom? Honey vanilla. Dad, do you want some?
Are you having Camille?
Camille Cabello, like tea, Dad. Chamomile or Vermont maple ginger.
Alright, chamomile.
Okay. Since cutting out diet soda, I can't say that I haven't just subbed for other liquids, and they might be LaCroix and tea, but listen, having a nice warm drink to wind down. I already had my lion's mane, and typically I would make a little hot chocolate moment, but I've been really enjoying tea. You're kind of crooked, but you don't care. I think I'm gonna choose this one. This is my mom's mug. It has her name on it. It's family tea time.
Hold him in, hold him in.
Hold him in. Whatever.
Sit down. We gotta wait for it to finish steeping.
Yeah.
Thank you, Haley.
You're welcome. Changing the world 1 8-hour night of sleep at a time. Football isn't necessarily the most sensory calming experience. We're gonna bring our tea upstairs while we do the rest of our little routine. Get our salt lamp back on, put our diffuser light on, get some ambient lighting going in here. Let's get some red. Someone play Acquainted right now. Baby, you look good. I've noticed sometimes when I drink my tea right before I go to bed, I pee. I mean, I'm still gonna pee probably in the middle of the night. I've been trying to limit my liquid intake later on in the evening because I just get up and pee all the time. So I've already had a gallon like before like 3 p.m. And I try to really pace myself for the rest of the day. So this is gonna be my last liquids of the day. But this is actually the most important part really of my nighttime routine, which is all of the writing I get to do and just reorganize and kind of brain dump before going back downstairs. I also have my phone downstairs Past 8 p.m., I kind of set a little bit of a limit or rule to myself to not check any more social media. It's not that I won't be on my phone. And this also, again, is not every single day. This is just when I can get it to work. Sometimes I am working past 8 p.m. and I am on my phone, and that's totally fine. But in times where I can control it, not being on social media, particularly in the evening time, has made a huge difference. And I've been struggling a little bit with my sleep quality. Once I get asleep, I always wake up at like 3 in the morning. In the past like 4 nights that's been the case. So I'm really trying to focus on what I can control here. So cheers. This is the Vermont maple ginger tea. Kind of spicy. Yum, I love that. So having a warm little bevy. My main journal, I think I'm gonna refrain from a little bit, but I am going to create my checklist for tomorrow tonight with my red journal. So a lot of my schoolwork things that I will complete tomorrow to get that off my mind and other things. And just to give you guys a little bit of a glimpse, one of the things that I wrote yesterday for today for my checklist was sign up for spin class. That took me 2 seconds. It's hitting I agree to the terms of conditions and then hitting enter. But that was something that I was like, I have to sign up for spin tomorrow. And like you write, check email. It's just unsubscribing from AliExpress. Like it's these little things that I'm trying to meet myself with grace here. They're funny. They're funny to me. And my favorite part of my night routine, and that is a little book that my sister got me. This is, I guess, what I would call a guided journal. It's basically a workbook. It's called Maybe You Should Talk to Somebody. And I'm reading the book right now, which I will do when I, like right before I go to bed, I read until I fall asleep kind of thing. This is what it looks like. My sister got it for me for Christmas. And I am already, this is a workbook. So you're writing, I'm already 61 pages in. I've been doing it every single night. It's very, very insightful, but I noticed that some of the pages in here reference the book, and I started the book before starting the book, if you're getting what I'm saying. So I did pause it a little bit to kind of catch up for the actual writing itself before I pair it with the workbook. Very, very deep things, uncovering loops of thought and action. On the chapter that's titled What Lies Beneath, Uncovering Themes and Patterns in Our Stories, some of the little prompts that it says is pick a story where one of the patterns that you chose comes into play. So you pick a bunch of patterns of like what you check off. One of the things that I checked off was I frequently box up my feelings and stew over them. What has been your role in this problem? Are there any external factors at play and how did you react? So it causes you to look inward to say, okay, this is what I was doing, this is how I was reacting. And then it goes even further to say, could this pattern be helping or serving you in some way, such as keeping you safe or confirming a story that you're familiar with? And that's a pattern that I've learned a lot in therapy that causes you to say, okay, this is something that I notice I do. That probably served me in some point. Let me try to find compassion with that and then saying, okay, maybe I can try to find a different way to give me that same exact feeling. Journaling, my thoughts for the day. I don't have a prompt for my other journal, guys. I know that I write down so many things, but seriously, if I don't do that, I can't sleep. My brain is just this like whirlwind hot mess. I really enjoy that tea. I'm going to be going back downstairs to have my last little meal of the day, which I don't know if that's another thing that's disrupting my sleep or helping. Last night, I was so frustrated because I woke up at 2 and I could not fall back to sleep, and I did go back on my phone to look up why am I doing this? Because I'm doing everything correctly. Some people did say that you should limit your last meal before bed of like timing, because sometimes if your glucose spikes a lot, it can cause you to wake up. I don't really know. I've never really been impacted by that. I don't know if this is just like a weird 1 week thing, but I am gonna try to have my last meal more like fat and protein focused versus carb. I don't know. We're trying different things. That's what this is. It's your trial and error, and then you pivot. And I'm in a pivot period right now where I'm waking up and I'm being pissed off. This is not an alliteration for the letter P, but it feels like it. Very similar vibe here. Okay, nighttime. I just brushed my teeth first with my nasty little toothbrush moment. It's so cute though, so it kind of like counteracts. And then we do floss. I have been so on my flossing game, guys. It was an intention on that I set last year, and it does make a huge difference in my sleep. And then for my mouthwash, we're gonna play some ASMR in the club while we take our shots. Okay, you swing it back and then you swish that thing around. All my hotties get in their REM sleep, okay, DJs? And then I washed my face with that in the shower, so I kind of just kept the main things, and then I just put my same moisturizer, same Aquaphor, of course, up in every crevice. And my main difference with my nighttime skincare is I use tretinoin. I've worked my way up to this. It's just a retinoid that helps with anti-aging and for just complexion from my dermatologist. And I am in my Grande Lash era. I am proud to admit here that I have not rashed out, and then I clean my piercings again, which hurts again, but it's satisfying also again. But that's really the extent of the nighttime skincare. I used to have trouble sleeping with just my thoughts because I didn't journal dump or have any sort of expression throughout the day, and I used to sleep listening to videos. I have since charged my phone in this outlet here instead of the one that is behind my bed. I have to get up to go get it. I don't have any access to my phone. I haven't looked at my phone since maybe 8 o'clock. In substitution of that, I use a fan for some white noise. So not the best fan ever. It's very old, but it rattles and it gives me some white noise in the background the rest of my nighttime routine, which is just stretching. I do take some supplements before I go to bed. Magnesium is really good for your sleep, so I take that before bed. Get your spit out. Yep, and then I do take the Lunar Sleep Aid in mixed berry GABA. So it does have a little bit of melatonin in it, some L-theanine and other things like that. I just had a peanut butter yogurt bowl, but this is my other sweet treat for the night. So it's 4 little tablets, like so. Shake this for like 45 minutes before you go to bed. I take my little nighttime moments before I stretch and read until I fall asleep. Turning on my little white noise fan. It's very subtle, but it does the job. I already finished Mary Oliver's devotions that I was reading, so now I'm just reading the Maybe You Should Talk to Somebody book. I started it literally last night. Okay, I might need to change the setting on that. That should not be squeaking out. Is there a gerbil in there? I can't wait to get a for real lamp to put back there so I can turn off my overhead light, because sometimes I get all comfy cozy and then I have to get up and whatever. That is not something to complain about, okay? I love my little nighttime reading, and we'll just stretch and close off our night. It's currently 9:26, so I don't really look at the time anymore, but I try to be doing my nighttime routine, ritual, whatever you want to call it, around 9 o'clock, just to really close up my day and give me some peaceful zenity going into the night. So let's do some stretching. This is how I got my splits, actually, as well as I've been stretching every single night for the past year, really. I don't do anything crazy, but something about just having me time is very relaxing. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to stretch and read, which you'll see, I guess. And I hope that maybe this can influence you to find something that makes you feel good. It doesn't need to be like this. It can be in just saying a positive affirmation, or in journaling something, or in reading a book instead of scrolling on your phone. Little things make a difference, and when you can find those little things, it makes a difference. That's not philosophical at all, but I love you guys so much. I hope that was helpful. I've been really working on my sleep hygiene. That's how setting up my days has been the easiest for me to stay consistent with things like uploading and other things outside of social media, like, you know, being with friends and stuff. I feel like I'm the most productive when I have some sort of routine. I'm a Capricorn, and we know this. Okay, it's my Virgo rising, probably, or my Leo moon. I don't know. And let me know what your favorite little trick is that you do, or your favorite thing that maybe I did that you might try into your own life. Let this be proof to you that you don't have to know what you're doing for things to be beneficial. I have just been guessing with my stretching, but by doing this, it's been one of my favorite parts of my day, because I'm thanking my body for showing up for me and getting me through all of my hardships and good things that day. Thank you so much. But like, you don't have to do the same. And look, I have my splits. Look at that. And so from there, don't look at my feet, you freak. I'm covering that up, really just thinking and tuning into my gratitude, and it just feels so good. And then I end, of course, with reading my little book. Look how studious I am. And I did feel silly setting a camera up to turn some pages, and then that was it. But I love you guys so much. I hope you enjoyed this video. I will see you in the next one, and go get big.